perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds legit. And Sparrow, you said you were going to go pick up on Fallen?
Well, what I'm going to do is once I have every single piece of information, I kind of glance between everybody and then I turn around and I head inside to look for Fallen.
Okay. She's in the exact same place she was before.
I chuck a coin at her.
Well, not that I'm, gonna fucking argue with you, but what's it for?
It's just to get her attention.
Oh, well, she quickly slides it in the boot pocket and looks back up at her. All right, you have my attention.
I need your help. And I
saw it coming, but not as soon as now. What? Did something happen? Did it have to do with that dancer?
I just kind of quirk a brow, and then I go, hey, so our dancer said she saw someone familiar who apparently shouldn't even be alive, should be dead because she saw him executed. And I give her the description of the mask and, basically any piece of information I was able to wring out of Estella.
Okay.
And I go, and apparently he ran outside, but we haven't been able to track him. Do you know anything?
Not offhand. I haven't heard anything of the troops since... How long ago was it, Estella?
Like maybe... I would say maybe a month from now.
You mean a month ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's heard of the troop. Suddenly the circus just closed down. That was it. Everybody assumed that they moved on.
Apparently they didn't. Will you keep an ear out?
Oh, absolutely, especially for this thing back. Oh well.
You're welcome.
She gives you a quick salute. I'll get a hold of you if I find anything.
She just kind of does like a random thing, like a random gesture that's like yeah, I heard ya kind of a thing. It's not quite flipping off, but it's something, like brushing or like tapping the forehead or something like that. I don't know yet. I haven't come up with something quirky for her.
Okay.
Why is there an ice cream truck going by my apartment? Oh my god.
Oh, I could use one right now. Dude, if an ice cream truck
I kind of
drove
want to
by
run
my house...
outside in my pajamas and just scream to give me ice cream.
Yep.
I don't have any cash though.
I would do so shamelessly. Hold on, guys. Ice cream truck!
I'll be like, I think we lost
I mean, I already had to put you guys on hold because my boyfriend called, and then I had to put you on hold a second time because my neighbor came over and was like, hey, we're going Pokemon hunting. You in?
Look, I'm glad you put priorities with us, but yeah, ice cream and Pokemon hunting, pretty hard to say no to.
Ice cream
Tell
with
me about
pajamas. Okay, so now that rambunctiousness is over, would you guys like to go back inside?
I can't. I need to head to the keep.
I'm going to head back inside to that table that we had.
Okay.
Probably order another drink.
All right.
Estella's gonna probably look around and see if there's any clues that she can pick up before heading inside.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm assuming it'll be nothing.
Yep, you're not going to be able to pick up on much. You didn't know what table he was with. You didn't know where he came from. It's pretty much just a dead trail at this point.
Okay. Cool.
Though the implications of it greatly disturb you.
Oh yeah, it does.
Sparrow, you gonna be joining him?
Sarge, I'm gonna do a dumb thing.
Oh boy, I love dumb things.
I'm gonna do a dumb thing.
Wait, what? Is this the kind of dumb thing where we're all like, yeah, we're gonna join in, or is this the kind of dumb thing where we kill you because you did it?
It's the kind of dumb thing where you won't know it's happening, but it will eventually lead to you all joining in.
Are you starting a bar fight?
I am
my
not.
god!
I am not. As soon as I'm done and as soon as I can get some alone time, I'm gonna try to talk to Deadwood.
Is it that kind of roleplay?
You're gonna fade to black?
You're gonna what, Malcolm?
Try to talk to Deadwood.
Interesting. Okay.
Cool. Person I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody knows him but me.
So at this point, Little B comes back, serves you all a drink. She's very curse-laden, but in a good way. She very much uses her vernacular, her creatively colorful vernacular, more times in a sentence than Samael, even you've heard from military personnel. She excellently welcomes you guys in, explains, sits down with you and drinks. And you're up way later than you probably should be. She's just very, very persuasive. She's also very aggressive, especially as she gets more drunk. Estella, I'm not sure how you want to treat this, but the exuberantness of your hostess, as well as the drinks, may actually start to help your attitude a little bit. Help you, oh, well, maybe I was just seeing things, Sparrow, you probably don't drink, but the company is nice. You're actually relaxing a little bit. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
I was just going to give her, 5 of my silver for allowing me to dance around, if anything.
Sure, absolutely. So add 15 silver to your pocket. She nods at you graciously. This will pay for the fucking food you ruined. With a laugh, Malcolm, it's nice to be back home. This place is, you've been away for a little while, gathering up all these guys. So it's nice to sit down for a little bit. Samael, it's rowdy, it's crowded. It reminds you a lot of the barracks at certain points. And again, it's nice to get off your feet for a little while. The bar it doesn't rapidly close. Everybody starts filtering out at a certain time, and you find yourselves talking and sharing stories with the hostess for much longer than you thought you were going to. But eventually it does have to end, and you guys make your way up to the inn. Malcolm, would you like to head to the keep now that you've had a few, or would you like to sleep it off first?
I'll head to the keep. I only had one or two drinks, so I'm an old enough guy. I know how to handle my liquor.
Okay, so
you guys have me feeling like I'm the oldest person, even though Malcolm's literally 34 years old.
That's kind of old.
It's not that old, right? Come on.
No, Matt, you're like the grandpa age right now.
So, you make your way up to the Stone Keep. You're welcomed in almost immediately. No guard even has to check your credentials or anything like that. And you're right. You were 100% correct in this is an inhospitable place. It is meant for nothing more than its practical use of sleep and study. And it shows it. As soon as you walk in, you walk directly into the throne room, and it looks like it hasn't been used in ages. Nobody ever fucking looks at this place. Nobody ever comes into it. Drac is always out doing things. He's almost never in his study unless he is studying. Most of the keep goes unused. But the butler is actually kind of floating around as you come in, and kind of pulls out looks over at the clock and shakes his head. Malcolm, I expected so much more of you.
What did I do wrong now?
The fact that you've made me wait for almost 3 hours since you've gotten here to actually come and say hello.
My apologies. I got caught up in a bit of a I guess a personal issue. I'm sorry.
You were drinking.
Yes, but a good friend of mine passed away, and I was not aware, and I was speaking with his daughter.
Don't mind me. It's just the ramblings of an old butler. All right, well, let's get you caught up to speed. The Lord Drac left instructions obviously for me when he left, as he does every single time, the insufferable bastard. But what I didn't expect was a letter that was hand-delivered from a messenger at Silvershore, and he hands it over to you. Yes, I've taken the liberty of opening it and reading it, so please don't mind that it's opened. He passes the letter to you. It's been sealed by one of the guilds from... actually, you speak Merch speak, right?
I do.
All right. Yeah, so it's in the imprint of one of the merchant houses up north, and you can make out the scrimshaw around it that spells out very important.
Okay. I will read it. Since it's very important, I will literally just read it to myself immediately. Okay.
So you open it up, and basically it says in Guild tongue that the Crucible is currently under siege. by ruffians who are attempting to get some of the more valuable members. Not the Crucible, my apologies, the Cistern. Trying to get some of the more valuable inventions out of it. You know that
here in Silvershore, correct?
In Silvershore. The Cistern is probably one of the most expensive workshops to rent space in that city. It is home to some of the more major inventors / artisans. People along the lines of Leonardo da Vinci rent space there. Just overall Renaissance men of intelligence, people who spend all of their time working on their craft and honing it. And apparently there's something going on there. And they requested specifically your presence. So Gabriel looks back up and says, well, I mean, it's apparent what needs to be done, but the fact that your arrival was so fortuitous with its arrival, you're going to probably need to leave tomorrow. And it's still a 2-day trek.
Yes, of course. All right. Will you be able to speak with the stable hands and have fresh horses ready?
Oh, absolutely. I've made the plans already. What kind of butler do you take me for?
He laughs and he's like, "Oh, you mentioned your old age. I wanted to make sure everything was, nothing was slipping by you."
Can still run circles around you, mister. Or I should say, Lord Consul.
Oh, and he literally kind of like rolls his eyes and like waves it off, like he doesn't care much about the title, and he says, is anybody using the Lord General's ritual room, or is it currently open?
As far as I know, you and I are the only people even in the keep right now.
Excellent. Well, before I get some rest, I think I'm going to check in one of his books there, if you don't mind.
Sure. By all means, I will go and take care of what little servant staff we have right now. And he turns around.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Take your time. And he walks off.
Cool. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to lock the door and kind of sigh because this is probably only the first or second time he's done this without Drac nearby.
Okay.
But I can only imagine that Deadwood essentially told him how to summon him. Because it'd be dumb if I had to do this through a person every time.
Okay.
So essentially, I'm assuming it will have something to do with blood, and probably the bracer.
No, actually, the bracer is merely a boon. You will have a deer bone. The deer bone, however, is still looks strong, but it's split into the symbol of Kalim. Naturally. So 3 prongs, a Y with a center prong on it. And it doesn't look like it's been whittled. It's a natural occurring bone.
Okay.
Don't know where it came from. Don't know what it is. All you know is that you gotta prick your finger and slide it directly down the middle. And concentrate.
All right. So it does involve blood. I knew it. And he does that.
Okay, so you take a moment. You concentrate on the symbol, and you feel it's the thing about Deadwood is that he doesn't announce his presence. He never has. You simply feel it, and as you turn around, the deer skull is staring at you once again.
Okay.
It is oppressive. Quiet.
Yeah. I can imagine it's never a very pleasant thing, and he'll kind of like lower his head, kind of like bowing respectively, and
so I shared it with all of you guys just so you kind of know what's going on.
Okay, and he will state that in my hunt for the cure that I'm searching for, I have come across fellow hunters that will be assisting me. One of them as recompense for her assistance, has requested that I assist her in her hunt, which I believe is only fair. I come to ask the hunt for their continued assistance in finding the murderers of this woman's family.
Deadwood doesn't move.
He never does.
He never does. Oh, when he does, there's a point to it. In this particular case, he simply continues staring at you from his 2 feet soaring over you, hunched shoulders, crooked legs, and simply just stares at you. You don't really get a feeling that, it's super pertinent. With Deadwood, he doesn't communicate with you except through vague feelings that express itself through almost the ominous presence that's around you. And you almost feel like pointlessness floating about, almost as if he's shrugging at you.
Okay. And he essentially... Malcolm's going to take this as a do whatever you want. Like, you're essentially not going to get assistance until we deem it necessary. So he's just going to kind of nod and say, "Thank you for your time. I will get back to my hunt."
There's a very, very slight nod, and he actually just walks out the door.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
He just.
That deer walking out the fucking door.
Yeah. He turns around.
I think that Mark's first reaction
Now,
is what?
the fact that the door is still closed, kind of irritates
that
you.
makes more.
But he just kind of
that's
phases
nice.
through that portion of the wall.
No, please make him open the door with his antlers. He's in just walking out.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm just you say he's walking out the door, and I'm sure he can fit out the door just fine, but my mind instantly went to, like, him trying to walk out the door, not being able to because he's, like, too wide, so he hits the door, stumbles back, hits the door, stumbles back, hits the door, stumbles back, and finally turns the side and goes.
So, Samael,
Yeah.
how many are you in so far, do you think?
I don't know, how many hours have we been there?
About 3. With
5,
a
maybe?
very, very, very aggressive and very overtly drunk hostess.
Maybe 5.
Probably 8.
Wants to start a bar fight.
You can't help but notice that there has been somebody catching your eye the whole night.
Okay.
She kind of came in after you guys came in from the street.
Oh dear.
And
Ooh.
Sammy's got a girlfriend.
she gets kind of like that bashful look in her eyes every now and then, but hasn't really done much about it. She's surrounded by other tieflings. Everybody's giving them a little bit of an extra space. She's dressed in what you have come to know as almost the nomad gear. It's very, very plain. Cloth, burlap almost, a rope around her waist. But even through it, she's managed to almost, you want to say, smuggle a few objects in her hair. That's kind of pinning it in place in very interesting ways behind her horns. A few trinkets hanging off the horns themselves. All in all, she's a pretty attractive tiefling. For the tieflings that you've seen.
For some reason, while walking through the keep alone, Malcolm stops and has the overwhelming urge to high five Sammy next time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, boy, get that.
Sparrow leans over to Estella. How much you want to bet that he's gonna go home with someone tonight?
Can I bet on that he is? Would that be the winning
bet?
I know, yeah. Okay, we're both gonna bet the winning bet, right?
Yep.
So there's no
Yeah,
way.
we just gotta find some sucker to take us up on the other end.
We just exchange coins. Oh, you bet 10, I bet 10. Here you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Just trade the shillings.
Yeah, I just pulled out a piece. Trade.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, there
I'm gonna put that in my inventory. A coin from Sparrow.
Samael,
I'll do it too right now. Let's do it.
how would you
Sweet,
like?
sweet.
How do you react to this? Because it's been, I mean, you've had interest from pack members before, but maybe not as gorgeous. Something along those lines. There's just you feel like there's something different about it though. There's almost like instead of a look of attraction. Or, like, because you've seen the pack members offer themselves to you before, like, yeah, let us be part of your pack. And, of course, your reaction has always been, fuck no, I'm not making it. This pack shit is senseless. Like, don't do that. And, reacted not super well. But she has... Go ahead.
I think he'd be kind of wary of it, honestly, because, I mean, if he deals with the males, then they're always aggressive towards him and annoyed with him because he doesn't follow what they believe is correct. And with the females, apparently they just throw themselves at him, and it's like, this is wrong. This isn't how it's supposed to be.
Right. But there's something different in her eyes. It's not lust. It's not want. It's almost like appreciation.
But she's sitting with the other tieflings, right?
Correct.
I think he would just leave it.
Okay.
Unless she approached.
All right.
Aw, Sammy's shy.
You notice
Sammy's
that
just tired
her...
of giving shit is what it is.
Do you have anything of... any, like, father's icons on you?
God damn it, Mark.
Yeah, I probably would.
Okay. So,
'Cause,
you notice...
like the shirt,
Go ahead.
my shirt would have the mark on it, yeah.
Okay. You notice that her eyes keep going down to the icon. Like, she'll turn back and she'll continue conversing with her tieflings, and then she'll look back at you, look down at the icon, and back at you again. Again, with that same, almost appreciation.
Okay, well, is she wearing anything that has the mark?
Not
Or
that
no?
you can see.
I don't think he'd approach.
Okay. So the group of female tieflings gets up. The one male is very, very drunk at this point. He is almost getting belligerent with people. He's had quite a few too many, and the women are starting to round him up and guide him out. And she's kind of left toward the back. But before she goes, she kind of looks to the group and looks back to you. And in this moment of, like, you can feel that there's a decision being made, and she kind of careens off towards you real quick, and she comes up to the lot of you and is holding her hands. She seems very bashful about this, but she's got kind of that smile of like she's almost meeting royalty, and she's very clearly got something in her hands, but she's like, I don't. Hi.
I say hello.
I look between
nice to
her
meet you.
and Sammy and her and Sammy, and I'm like, I start nudging Estella.
You need a better role play your nervous girl meeting hot guy, Sarge.
I don't know how to say this, but it's pretty clear that you follow the old ways. And I just wanted to let you know. And she opens her hands, and there's a small coin that kind of presents itself, and she slides it over to you. And she's like, I just want you to know that not all of us believe. And gets real, like, fucking flushed. She's red, but her cheeks get even redder. And she turns around and books it because one of the other females is calling her name. And you pick up on it. Her name's Beltar.
Okay.
And
Well,
coin,
what's the coin has the symbol of the father on it?
it does.
Okay.
And
And I'm
she-
assuming she didn't mean like it's. Some of us still believe. Was that what you mean? She said.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yep, that's what
Okay.
she meant.
Okay.
So there you go. That's
Yeah.
pretty much getting digits, by the way.
Yeah,
boy.
Yeah, boy.
What? How does that make you feel? What do you do with it?
How does that make you feel? You gotta put this number.
Well, I mean, it's
feel?
it's a big thing. You've faced a lot of adversity in this last year, especially from tieflings, who view you as more of a threat than anything. But
Well, I'm one, probably a little drunk, and two, I'd probably pick up the coin, look at it, and sort of be like, and I'd sort of probably smile to myself and just be like, this is it's a sign of hope to me, that not everyone has given up on the Father.
Oh, chicken.
You look pretty happy over there, Sammy. You got something to share with the rest of us?
Can I request a room away from this guy? I would like to sleep tonight.
good
It's
luck.
just nice to know that not everyone's given up on the old ways.
Would you really call them the old ways, though?
He'd call them the true
that?
ways.
Ah, the true ways.
Maybe not everyone's given up hope on the Father.
There you go.
God damn it, Mark!
Oh my god, you guys are fucking ridiculous. I love it. Get it, Sammy? Okay, well, that's at that point everything's starting to slow down. Again, people are starting to leave the bar, and in their groups, it's rapidly emptying, and even Little B is giving very obvious signs that she's wearing out. Sloshing around, yawning. Oh fuck it, it's too late for this shit. All right, well, it's been great. Come by anytime. We'll take care of you. Let Malcolm know you people are great, but this little bee's got to get to bed.
We have a room here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I'm sorry.
since
I forgot with everything that's going on. I kind of completely forgot about
Hey, Sarge, since I performed, do I get a better room?
Nope. This is pretty much the best room.
Okay.
I mean, it's 4 beds, but they're not like stacked on top of each other. They're
Oh,
small
wait,
little
we're sleeping
privacy.
in the same room?
It's
Yep,
it's
we're
the
all in the
same
same
room,
room.
but there are dividers. Kind of
Ew.
privacy nets and
You
things
better
like
not
that.
bring any girls into your cell. Okay.
Sparrow tisks slightly and just kind of like looks around. Is there how is the room set up? Is it like
It's kind of like 4. There's a larger common room in the middle where you can kind of put your feet up. A couple chairs around it, some small sitting pillows, and then off to each corner there's a small sleeping
like
area.
Hospital setup?
I pick
Kinda.
one of the ones that's closest to the door and I start setting up traps around the bed.
Okay, I pick on the diagonal opposite away from the traps.
Well, this is gonna be
Look-
fun when Malcolm stumbles in to get some sleep.
I've probably got the other one closest to the door, and my chainmail's probably already next to the bed.
Probably. What type of traps are you setting up, Sparrow? Because I'm imagining crossbow connected to tripwire. Are you just doing small tripwire? A bell on the door,
Yeah.
things like that.
Small tripwire, a bell will go off, a couple of bells go off, probably drops maybe a couple of ball bearings across the floor so they slip and fall. If they, really complex, stupid shit that's almost prank in nature as opposed to harmful. But there is a tripwire that is attached to a crossbow if they get too close to the bed.
Do you even have a crossbow?
Yes, I do. No, I'm sorry, not a crossbow. Is it hand short bow? Short bow? I think it's a short bow. It might be a short bow. Should probably go look at that.
Just so you know, leaving your string taut for 8 hours at a time is a really good way to break the string, or make it lose its resiliency.
Then probably the ball bearings on the floor so that they would have to slip and fall.
I can see that.
A little bit of oil and something to strike a match against so that the oil will be lit on
We're
fire.
getting really complicated. You want the whole building to burn down? It's
I
made
didn't
of
say
wood.
she was a forethinker.
I swear to God, someone's gonna try to wake you up for us to escape and just end up killing us all.
Well, then
Oh god,
maybe
the
you
whole
should wake me
building's
up.
on fire. This could have been easily prevented.
I didn't say she was a forethinker.
Oh, this is going to be great when I introduce sleepwalking. Oh god. All right. Okay. And then, Malcolm's...
But she has them arranged so that they are kind of set up in like a sequence. So like the first one would just cause the ball bearings to fall so that they would trip. And
Okay.
then if they try to get up and get closer to her, then the oil drops. And then if they get still closer to her, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like it kind of like the sequence keeps going, and she sets up the trap so that they're pretty close to the bed, and so like there's a clear path so people can walk through the room. But
Okay.
I'm gonna die trying to go to bed.
We're all gonna
Um,
die because it's gonna light the whole place on fire.
Malcolm. I assume
Yeah.
everybody's going to head to bed.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Yeah.
think
Everybody's
so.
sore. Malcolm, can you roll me a d4, please?
oh no.
You're a little slosh.
Yes, I can.
Da 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 da. 2.
Can you roll me perception, please?
Oh God.
I can.
Why? Why are you trying to kill us, Erin?
I'm not. It's her character. I'm not purposefully trying to kill the party, I swear.
So
Not
you
this time anyways.
you open the door. You just barely catch the fact that there's a tripwire connected to a bag of ball bearings.
He will sigh and step over the tripwire.
Into Sparrow's room?
Oh no! I mean, I thought we were all sharing the same room.
Yeah.
You are. There's small little
Okay.
dividers.
Yeah, there's small little dividers. She has it set up so that it's at her bed. So if you approach her
Oh,
bed,
okay.
you will
Oh.
sit off the tripwire.
Well, then I would sigh and
drunkenly.
see, I would sigh, see the tripwire, and say, "Obviously, this is not my bed." And then
No, keep going. Let's see what happens.
Go to
Oh
my
God,
bed.
are you gonna like wander into someone's bed? Please wander to an empty bed.
Yeah,
roll me a-
I'm not drunk or anything. Like I had like 2 beers like 3.5 hours ago.
Right.
You wander into Sammy's.
God, no, definitely not.
Oh my God. Hey, it's a tiefling. Is it a tiefling?
So you do with that. You're a bit more awake than you were before, and you're like, okay, you managed to kind of piece together in the room who's sleeping where. For some reason, they left your door shut, like the small divider shut, so you couldn't really tell. But now that you're kind of, seeing things a bit better and you're a bit more awake, you realize, okay, my bed's over there. What are you giggling about over there?
We were doing some what's
They
it
were
called?
shipping.
We're
They were
shipping.
shipping Malcolm
Oh,
and Sammy.
Oh, jeez.
I was
gotcha.
having a mental image of Malcolm and Sammy just cuddling and weaving.
And the tiefling's hands run up the black veins and go, "It's okay, I accept you."
Thank you for that, Sarge.
Oh my God! Please, can you guys make your characters gay?
Just had to encourage him, Sarge.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm
You
sorry.
don't know what you've done.
I feel like I've unlocked the fangirl in both of them.
Oh my God! I'm gonna start drawing fan art and making fan fiction now, guys.
Oh god,
And
there's
put it on
slash
my
fiction at the
Tumblr.
party already. That's how you know we've made it, when there's slash fiction.
Sammy and Malcolm forever.
Oh
at
god.
Tumblr.
All right. Anyway. All right. So you guys managed to go to
Of
sleep.
course, it's at Tumblr.
So you guys managed to fall asleep, and the day approaches fairly quickly. You feel a lot more refreshed. Some of you might be a bit more hungover than others. Cough, Samael. You did put a few back.
Cuff.
One or two. I drank some water. I'm alright.
Yeah, you should be all right. Everybody should be okay. Just give it a bit of time.
I think I'm fine. I don't think she drank as much as people believe.
No.